Well, it's definitely a classic Aussie outback campsite here this morning. Beautiful morning, which is pretty much what I say every day. We need to make a decision today whether we go down the Tanami back that way or we go back down the Stewart Highway or possibly Duncan Road, although that's probably the least likely at the moment. The colours here are pretty nice. The cows are guarding the IGA.
Crawling along the Tanami at about 20. Yeah, bouncing our way along. Oh, no. Whoa, we've got a good spot. No, we haven't. Anyway, this is the country beside the Tanami, about 30 k's north of Larapinta.
Driving in the ditch is far preferable and smoother
than the road. So we're back on the Tanami heading south. Comes about 30 k's north of the Villaluna turn off.
Top end of this road from the roadworks to Villaluna. Not a very good road.
I think that's putting it lightly, James. Well, it's probably some of the, not really, I don't reckon some of the worst long lengths of quite bad corrugations, but they're nasty in places.
What's this here? A truck or a trailer? It doesn't give it.
There's something here too on the road, huh? On in the drain.
Yeah.
There's something here in the drain, James. Yeah, it looks like someone's trailer didn't make it. Something.
Okay.
Right, not too
Yeah,
bad.
no, the wheels are going on the outside.
Sad face.
Those are the corrugations. Not bad, just a minute.
That's alright. Well, goodbye, Western Australia. It's been fun. How many weeks? 8?
Yeah, about that.
And back into the NT.
We did make a detour back into the...
Well, we did back to Darwin. But here we are. Welcome to the Northern Territory. Here we are. I think the road improves from here, from our memory.
So we've just come into Northern Territory, as Jody just said, and the road we've just come from, this last part's pretty crap. There's the sign telling you, welcome to the Northern Territory. So if you ever want to be somewhere that feels a bit desolate, here's a good spot. It definitely feels desolate
I
here.
like the way that road just goes into the horizon as far as you can see. Careful driving techniques are advised, just in case we didn't know. Right, and your next service is Udmu, 430 k's. Udmu.
Our range is 408, but luckily we've got some fuel in the auxiliary tank. But I haven't tested the new pump yet, so
Yeah, that's true.
hopefully it's all systems going.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be sucking it out with a straw, James.
Yeah, transferring it from liquid.
Not much around, so this part of the Tanami track. Pretty out the boonies out here.
Good bit of road though.
Yeah, this is a good bit of road. We'll take it. About 120 k's of shattering corrugation.
This is going to work, Chef.
It'll work. It'll work. All in the timing. We're up running the bank this morning on the Tanami. Opposite side of the road, but you take what you can get. It's a bit smooth. Tanami Desert. August 2024. May not be like this next time. Definitely won't be this next time.
It's actually a 62 kilometre detour for the roadworks.
Chillmouth Well with the guinea fowls and green grass. It's a great spot. We like getting here.
When you own a helicopter and your wife sends you down to the servo to go buy a bottle of milk, that's what it looked like happened. So that means on the trip so far we've done the Birdsville Development Road, Donahue Highway, the Plenty Highway, the Tanami twice, the Gibb River Road, the Columbaroo Road and the Point Warrender Road, that are all varying degree of corrugations and roughness. So now we're back on the bitumen, but we've still got a few more things to go, so stay tuned for that.
Do a little bit of the Larapinta Trail hike tomorrow morning early.
Bluff, which is on the Larapinta Trail.
Which I read that the explorer guy said was the hardest hill he's ever climbed. It took him an hour and a half.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, which is funnily enough, the surprise that James has had up his sleeve for me.
The afternoon sun's lighting up the hills. West MacDonald's can be quite spectacular. butterflies though. Okay, so it's actually earlier than we thought. Maybe we're still on WA time, but we're heading off to walk.
Oh.
Lost us. We're heading off to do a little bit of the Larapinta Trail and hopefully get a nice view at sunrise. Yeah.
I'm here.
Right. I think there's plenty of other people down the campsite sort of looking at us like, what are you doing? But anyway, let's go. That alien life blob there is Jody.
As it comes in, you know, as you hunker down to get out all your, you know, like your proper hiking thermal wear, your little tent, and you just hunker in, you know, until it passes, or that's the day done. Yeah, that's it. The weather has decided, and now this is camp, and you've got to have all the right gear to be warm.
Jody's talking about hiking in Tasmania, not here.
You just need to stay cool up here. I don't know, these people who keep going missing in Tasmania off these tracks or whatever. Yeah, they do lose a few. Okay, right, we're about an hour into the Larapinta Trail. We're doing part of the section 4. Hopefully heading for Brinkley Bluff. Seem to be walking a long way on the flat. We've been walking for an hour and we just haven't seen the mountain, so you know, it's beautiful. Sunrise, we've all started in the dark. And
I might be the navigator, so it'll be my fault if we're wrong. We're crossing the river bed here, which I would assume would be the Hugh River. And there's heaps and heaps of budgies in all the trees here.
oh, there's a couple up here. Oh, make a while to take this top off.
it is lovely here. Beautiful, really. And it's sort of something I've wanted to do for a long time, is do a little bit of the Larapinta Trail. Maybe one day I'll do the lot, but time's not really on my side with that. It's lovely. It's going to be very hot today, so we have to make a decision soon how far we go. Yeah, it's great.
So I don't even know which one it is.
I think it's that one. Don't know what the sound will be like here. It's pretty windy. We're at the saddle below the bluff, and we'll probably call it here. We'll sit here for a bit and soak it in because it's fantastic. But you know, it is supposed to be 36 or 38 today. I don't know if I've already said that. And you know, we've got water, but we've got enough water, not crazy amount of water, and it's a long way back. And I think we've probably come up in altitude. We're probably at about, I think that bluff up there, which I'm going to say is a couple of 100 metres above us, I think it's 1100, so we're up pretty high.
Oh, we've climbed a long way. It's been a hard slog.
And that is a fantastic view of the ranges down there and back that way. So we go down and zigzag down there, down to the dry river, sort of follow the river up back there. But we may have a look at that bit of a gorge down there on our way back.
Okay, so we've got Operation Shoe problem.
It's actually a sock problem.
Sock problem.
I think there's an object in my sock. There seems to be so many foreign objects in my sock.
Song and dance about nothing, James.
Drama queen.
I'll just scroll around to the view that we've got whilst the sock business is going on down the valley.
Oh, you won't need to film any more sock business.
Where we came from this morning at dawn, pre-dawn. Sorted. Excellent.
I can be happier.
Hold my phone and my glasses all at the same time. So we're descending the hill, showing the steepness of it, and it's quite rocky, and see the creek bed down there. But actually it's very well, it's a good trail, but made well actually, because they've got a lot of stepping stones and stone steps where you need them. How you going, Jimbo?
I'm going all right.
So there's his feet.
Jody's walking ahead there, close to the edge of the ledge. We're enjoying the shade from the mountain at the moment. It'll be a bit hot when we get down there. Well, that was nice. Quick little skinny dip there. Just what the doctor ordered. Very refreshing. Though, you know, I can see how people get hypothermia in these waterholes here. You think you're getting used to it, but I think you're actually going numb. This really is a beautiful, peaceful spot. I could actually sit here for ages, but we do have to be mindful that we sort of want to be back to the car before the hottest part of the day. It's just the right sort of breeze here. It's absolutely delicious. Beautiful. And how often do you get to sit in a waterhole in the MacDonnell Ranges and be completely by yourself? I know I harp on about that, but it's just so lovely. Jody's going the full Monty.
Full protective gear.
How's Matt?
PPE.
They're not too bad, the flies, really.
He's sitting on my face all the way down the hill, annoying me. These little ducks have just done a dive. There's two little diving ducks here.
What are you doing? You trying to frighten us off? Eh? Jody's been quite the fashion icon this morning.
Got my baby pack. I could have my doodle in here, James.
Your stadoodle.
My stadoodle.
No, you can't. It's a national park. You can't have your...
I can just have it in here anyway.
What's your stadoodle?
What's my stadoodle?
What is a stadoodle?
It's a cross between a Staffordshire and a poodle.
Oh, okay.
And something else.
Not a schnaudoodle. I think a schnaudoodle.
What about a schnaudoodle? It would be smaller. A schnaudoodle.
A jackdoodle?
Yeah.
At least it's part terrier.
That would be funny.
A jackdoodle.
A
jackdoodle terrier. There's the saddle up there that we went to. So we actually still had a bit to go. Anyway, we enjoyed it. It's given us a taste of the Larapinta Trail. Jody's knackered.
Feeling the heat.
Are you dead yet?
Yeah, I think I have died.
So it was a big walk this morning. We're both pretty exhausted. So it would have been nice to just be able to sit down. We just had lunch, just to sit down and relax and look at the waterhole for a bit. We've had a swim. Anyway, so I can't do that. Lucky Jodie's sitting on her chair. There's my chair. It's collapsed.
Ooh.
Another one.
Didn't even put up a fight.
No, just down for the count. Anyway, there's the waterhole.
My old one tried.
Okay, Jodie's going to have her second attempt at this dune. She just didn't make it this time, but she's going to have another go.